Hey y'all, welcome to the White Gems podcast. This is your host Bree, and I want to thank you for kicking it with me. So today I'm here with Kiara.
Hey guys.
And we are going to be talking about how to cut off meaningless friendships. So let me start by asking you, what do you consider to be a good friendship? What are the components do you think that make up a good friendship?
I think I'm honestly still learning what that is because I've recently had to cut off a lot of friends because I realized I don't really know what that is, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, like, the way that we treat our friends is not how friends are supposed to, like, interact with each other. Like, I have a lot of friends that, like, for instance, I had a friend where our trio kind of had, like, a problem. Like, we really didn't like each other for, you know how you have those friends because y'all been friends for so long. It's kind of like you kind of just deal with each other.
Yeah.
Like, that's not how it's supposed to go. Like, you actually supposed to like your friends. I was at a point where I didn't like my friend.
Yeah.
Like, it was just we were familiar with each other. So, you know, I do feel like friends are supposed to be like family. Like, it's like you have your family, which you were kind of placed with, you didn't have a choice with, and then you have friends who's supposed to be like your kind of extended family. For me, people I really can call if I have a problem, or it's not like we only talk when I have a problem. Like, we actually can kick it for real. I can come to your house. We can sit, not talk for hours. We can just try to chill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We can actually be comfortable with each other. It's not, we can be honest with each other. A lot of friends aren't honest with each other. They kind of cuss.
Yeah, that's fine.
Pussyfoot around. So like, that's just not what friends are supposed to do. I think people think friends are supposed to be somebody that kind of,
like a yes man.
Yeah, like your yes man, kind of. What's the other word? Like, condone, like, the stuff that you do. Well, that's not really how friends are supposed to be. They're supposed to be here to help you, not enable you.
I got you. Because I also feel like I'm learning what a real friendship is, too. Yeah. I feel like some friendships are very heavy on codependency as well. So it's like, you're providing, not a service, but providing something for me and I'm providing something for you. Especially when you got those friends that be with all the bullshit, all the shenanigans.
They were all the shenanigans.
And you be with all their bullshit and shenanigans. So it's like, granted, you want that in a friend to a certain extent, though. But then you also have those people who can tell you when you're wrong, but don't want you to tell them when they're wrong.
Exactly. And they be quick to circumnavigate the conversation, like, oh no, they're not me, like,
or get mad or anything like that, and try to, you know what I'm saying. And then you also have those kind of people who only, like you said, only fuck with you for certain reasons. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I also feel like it crosses boundaries when you have friendships that form out of another type of relationship. So like, if you're getting a service from somebody, and it's like, oh, okay, so like, how Carrie Lee got her hair person. Yeah. So even though they are close, it's like that's a blurred line. You see what I'm saying? Because now you kind of might feel like a priority to that person because you think you have
you owe them something.
A friendship, but it's really like just a really good business relationship.
Okay, people don't know how to separate that.
Right. Because I feel like I've fallen into that too, where it's like I thought that, I thought we was cool, but it's really not a genuine connection because what you're bonding over it's a service. Yeah. It's not character. It's not, you know what I'm saying, anything that y'all have in common. It's because you're coming to them for a service and they gonna keep fucking with you because you keep coming to them for their service. So it's like, how do you differentiate the two even though it's a different type of relationship, not necessarily a friendship? You see what I'm saying?
I also feel like we are friends with people that we don't agree with their lifestyle. Yeah. And it's hard to be friends with somebody when you don't agree with how they move. Like, I recently just stopped being friends with someone because they have kids with multiple people, and I don't believe in having kids without being married because I know what that feels like. And I kind of talk, you know, on my social media, I talk shit. Like, that's just what everybody, well, not everybody, but that's what I do. Yeah. And I kind of made a comment about, like, you know, I don't like kids, which I don't have kids, so I don't want them. Or people who have kids, you know, I said something like, because it was a post talking about bullies or something like that, and I was like, well, all my bullies have kids and no man, so I won. And my friend took the offense to that because she has kids with no man.
Yeah.
So and like they took offense to that and like stopped talking to me or whatever the case may be. But I realized like, okay, I don't agree with your lifestyle anyway. Like I don't like how you move. I don't like how you parent your kids. Like I just don't like that. So there's no point of us being friends anyway. Because when I say, because once you don't agree with something, you're gonna talk about that. Like you're gonna be obviously like, what's the word? You just don't agree with it. Yeah. And when you have friends that live that lifestyle, they kind of take that offensive. So it's best to be friends with people that's really rocking how you rocking, and not people that's, you know what I'm saying, doing what you do, or y'all being friends because y'all work together. Because you know how that, okay? Yeah. And being friends with people just because y'all work together and y'all see each other all the time, like that doesn't really make a friend. It's just a coworker.
Yeah, and I feel like that gets lines blurred too. Yeah. Because you be thinking you be cool with these people, but y'all cannot hang outside of work.
Cannot hang outside of work.
Because they get on your fucking nerves.
They get on your fucking nerves. And it's like, I hate this job, you hate this job, so let's bond at this job.
Yep, and then you be trying to take it outside, like, because we worked at Walmart together, y'all.
Yeah, that's how we met at Walmart.
Yeah. We used to have girls' nights, right? Because there's a bunch of girls that worked up front, but we could fuck with
I'm looking in the camera to let them know, the fucking girls' nights is fucking ass.
Yeah, so we used to have girls' nights, but everybody at girls' night wasn't really fucking with everybody at girls' night.
That's what I'm saying.
But then wouldn't tell that person that they ain't fuck with them, but then be talking to them at work. So
how it work?
And
how does that work?
I don't know. But it did. That's the crazy part. Or like they will only tell certain people. It's just a fake shit. Yeah. So it's like you have to kind of think about what kind of friends you want. What would you prefer that y'all have in common? Because granted, you're not gonna have everything in common with your friend. Right. Exactly. Yeah. So I guess it's like, well, what would be a friend deal breaker? Because I feel like when you be talking to people and they be talking about like shit they've done or whatever, it seems cool and fine till they do it to you. Yeah. You know what exactly. I'm saying?
So what's your friendship deal breaker?
I don't know. I feel like when you're starting to get to know people and if they can talk about how they betrayed many people before or keep talking shit about the people they was friends with before, I'm like, oh. Because I don't even know them. I shouldn't even know what happened with them and their baby daddy and their sister, their cousin, how they was feeling.
Right. Okay. So because when I meet them, I'm be like, girl, I know about you, and I shouldn't know about you because I don't even know you. But your friend, quote unquote, done told everybody. So I know you telling people about my shit. Right. You know
and I'm not going to lie, though. I've been that person, too.
Yeah, me too.
I be telling people business, girl. But it be like to certain people that I be trusting.
Well, people have tea about that lies. So like, girl.
Yeah.
You know.
So it's almost like, damn, am I a good friend?
Speaking of, I was thinking about this when you said we was gonna have this conversation. And I feel like we have meaningless friendships when we are like that as well. Like when we're meaningless. Like when we don't really know what it means to be a friend. Yeah. When we're shady as well. When we fake because you kind of attract what you are. Right. And that's how y'all bond on talking shit about people or, you know, being whores, which that's a deal breaker for me. I am no longer in a place where I'm being friends with bitches that fuck around. I just cannot do it because I literally, again, had a friend who was fucking around. It is, I don't care. Thought she was pregnant and then the dude somehow found out that she thought she was pregnant, but she thought I told him because she don't know the nigga she be fucking, so you don't know who they know. So you gonna come to me, and we can't do that because I can't have people testing my loyalty or you know what I'm saying, especially when I know things about you for real that if I really wanted to out you, it wouldn't be you thought you was pregnant because everybody knows you're a hoe. So that was not really a surprise. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, okay. Like, you know, she fucked everybody. So her thinking she's pregnant is like nothing. But I can't be friends like that because that's messy too. And then sometimes it was even a situation where she thought, okay, I'll tell you the names later. But she thought that because her and the girl, they both worked at Walmart, by the way. But her and the girl was messing with the same dude. And because her and the girl was messing with the same dude, she automatically didn't like the other girl. And the other girl was my friend. Oh. Right. And she's like, oh, she's not even cute. This, that, and the third girl.
And they worked at Walmart. Ooh.
I'm not following that. Hold on. Yeah, girl. This was...
I'm not surprised. I feel like I know who it is.
You probably do know who it is.
But
this was the girl that said...
Oh, I figured that. But,
how you spell her name? Was ugly because they was messing with the same dude.
Okay, so That threw me for a motherfucking loop.
So
Okay.
and she thought I was the one. We gossiping now, but it's fine. But she thought I was the one who told the dude that she thought. I don't even. Y'all from Winston. I don't even know.
Oh,
I don't even. I'm not even in Winston. So that's what I'm saying. You can't be friends with people that
Question
don't agree with
yeah.
and you don't agree with their lifestyle because.
Right.
Even me now having a boyfriend, like when you have friends that are single,
yeah, that gets you a little bit of trouble.
It gets you in trouble, because they don't understand like
the boundaries,
your boundaries, or if you do tell them their boundaries, like oh your nigga control you, da 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 da, your nigga tell you what to do, you can't do nothing. I'm like no, he's on me out here popping coochie on Instagram, like it's not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's just,
I understand that.
Yeah.
Too. So I also think that. I have a hard time cutting off people like that, though.
Cutting off your friends?
That I know ain't shit. And it's like you not... Because I just get to a place to where it's like I ain't gonna say I know I'm a good friend, because sometimes I'm not. And I can take accountability for that. But it's like I know I'm solid, though. You see what I'm saying?
You're a good friend, but you're not solid? I mean, you're not a good friend, but you're solid?
I'm not always a good friend. Like, there's sometimes I do fold. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I'm solid. Like, if you need me, whatever, I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
Even if I don't really fuck with you at the moment. If you call me and be like, I need this, this, and this, if I got it, you got it.
Yeah, I'm not doing that no more.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's hard, I guess, because the attachment I get to people, it's hard for me to break. Mm-hmm. And I'm starting to get out that shit because fuck that shit now.
Yeah, once you realize, like, that you're kind of inviting this energy because you kind of are like that, it's easier for you to be like, even though I fuck with you, we just can't rock because it's just not going well because I need to change and you need to change, but I can't tell you that you need to change because I don't really give a fuck if you change or not, but I know that I need to exit this situation.
Yeah.
Especially if we done had friends where we have too many falling outs, like...
Yes. Too many... Okay, so how would you deal with a situation where... you feel like you've always was there for one person, but they just up and try to like not leave, but like go ghost on you.
Oh, I confront things. That's how I deal with things. And I lost a lot of friends like that because I'm going to confront. I'm going to put us, if we have a trio and it's something like that, I'm going to put us on a group chat and I'm going to say, hey, this is the problem that I have, or I'm going to tell you this is a problem. After like so many times of me feeling like this is a problem, we're going to have to just talk about it because it's not, you know what I'm saying? I can't keep pussyfooting around stuff. Like, we're going to have to confront the issue.
Yeah.
And that's how I deal with it. And how you respond to that is going to determine whether or not we, continue this friendship.
Yeah.
So, even if I cry every night because we're not friends no more, we won't talk no more. So, that's how I deal with it. Yeah. When I was younger, I just didn't say anything because I always felt like I needed a friend or I needed somebody around me or I needed somebody on my hip because I've always had a friend, like a best friend that was constantly on my hip all the time. I don't have that no more. Like, I just kind of have friends, but it's not nobody where we kind of like arm in arm all the time.
Yeah.
I don't have that no more.
Do you feel like you want that though?
I have my boyfriend.
Okay, but...
No, I don't. I don't. I'm fine, like how me and you are cool, how I'm cool with Jay, how I'm cool with Naomi, like I'm fine with that. Like, we can talk, we can hang out. I don't need nobody because I get dependent on people, and I don't know how to be my own person when I'm around people all the time. Right, exactly.
Okay, so that kind of falls into like the codependency.
Exactly. I feel like when you have a friend like that, it's being codependent. Like, you're go find your boyfriend or something.
Yeah.
Like,
I get that because I feel like I'm like that too. But it's just like I be liking to be like have someone there.
It's attention.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah.
It's attention, and all attention is not good attention because those friends are the friends that be doing you dirty, and those friends are the friends that you be there for all the time, but they don't be there for you because y'all not really friends. Y'all just like in a relationship without being in a relationship at that point.
Well, what do you think would be a good characteristic or a good thing to bond over when building a friendship, so you know that it's not meaningless? Because I feel like that's kind of like
maybe hobbies.
Okay.
If you kind of like share hobbies, if you have the same views on like kids or marriage or relationships, stuff like that, is good things to bond over because you kind of know the boundaries of the other person. Like, if y'all kind of just bond, like I've had friends that we just bonded over partying and drinking. Like, you know what I'm saying? And anything outside of that was, you don't want to drink with me tonight? Like, we can't go out? Like, what's wrong? Like, what's the problem?
Yeah.
Like, that's an issue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think bonding over things that
like healthy stuff.
That's healthy, right? And whatever you think is healthy, then yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What about you?
I'm not sure. I think anything that's genuine and something that you know for yourself that you're solid on. Like, whether it be like spirituality, you can bond over that. Like you said, hobbies, of course. But sometimes you can have the same hobby as somebody and they still be ain't shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's more so character now for me. Because you can be fun, you can be a good time, but you can still be a shitty person.
Right.
And your character could be shot and you ain't got no morals or no integrity. So it's like, yeah, girl, we can sip and paint, but if I know you married, you out here cheating on your husband, I don't need to be around that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there's definitely good people like that, but it's like you said, that scenario and that situation, I don't want to put myself too close to that. So it's just, I don't know. I've been thinking about this for like a month because I feel like, because I always say I ain't got no friends.
I always say that too, and I think it's kind of offensive to say towards my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then it's just like, no, I mean, but then I feel like since we do say that, it kind of shows what we actually think of those relationships.
Exactly. Which is probably not much.
Yeah. Because it's like, even though we have that, it's not in the capacity to where it's beneficial to me.
Right.
So I don't really, like, I feel like I have homegirls. I have people that, like, I'm cool with. But as far as, like, friends, because my trust is fucked up, too. So I feel like that also goes in with it kind of being meaningless for me. Because if I don't trust you like that, I'm not going to talk to you. I definitely can't come to you if I need anything because to me, you can't be trusted.
Exactly.
So it's like, what is kind of the point? But when I be saying I don't have no friends, it's like most of the time I feel like I don't have no friends. Most of the time. I was like, yeah, I can call you, but I don't really want to talk to you. I'm really just calling you at this point because I ain't got nobody else to call.
Right, which is why, and maybe I'm biased because I'm in a relationship, but I think you know that too because you've been in one. It's good to have a partner because sometimes we look for too much in our friends. And we also look for too much in our partners as well.
Yes.
So maybe we should find it in ourselves, but that's difficult. That's very difficult to do.
Because you're not meant to be alone, though. And I feel like that's a lot of reason why people have hard times cutting off people who they know don't need to be around them anymore.
Because you don't want to be alone.
Yep. And you have that history, so you have that attachment. You're used to that, them being there. So it's like, yeah, they can leave, and I really don't give a fuck about them leaving, but when they're gone, what's going to fill that void?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to be alone. You don't want to... You still gonna want somebody to go here, go there with you. You know what I'm saying? Granted, you can go there by yourself, but it's not always that same vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think I was having a conversation with myself the other day, and I was saying how I sometimes look for like very particular things in people to fill voids that I cannot feel for myself. So I'm not saying that we need to be alone, but I think once you're able to fill certain voids, like, because I need like friends around me that are like very like affectionate, because I'm not very affectionate and I don't really love myself like that. But if I'm able to do that, like, I won't always like fiend for that from other people and get mad or get
like
offended.
The validation
Exactly when they don't give that to me. So if I'm able to find that myself, it will be easier for me to have friendships, because I'm not, you know what I'm saying, like trying to grab at you or like, you know, fight with you every time something's not going right that I have in my head, like an image that I have for our friendship in my head, when I really probably should, you know, figure out why is that image, like, why am I so hell-bent on that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, yeah, that's how I feel about that.
Okay, so when you say, sometimes we depend on our friends too much. What do you mean by that?
Like you saying, like, you want somebody to do this with you, go here with you, do that. Like people who have, like, we don't have boundaries. Like, we don't respect that our friends have lives too. Or, like, you know what I'm saying, maybe they may not want to fuck with us that day. And sometimes you may need different friends for different things. But I think having, like, one friend where y'all do everything together, you kind of start to, like, get maybe irritated with each other or resent each other the moment y'all can't do one thing together, or the moment they can't, you know, answer your phone call every single second. So it's important to have, like, different friends for different things. I mean, I'm saying you can have a best friend, but to depend on them for every single thing is toxic, and I hate that word because it's used so much, but that's what it is. It's like it's unnecessary, and it's not really breeding a good relationship because. Like, y'all have this peak, but that's gonna fall off at some point because you may have kids, a boyfriend, a business, and the moment that y'all can't be there for each other like that all the time, then it's a problem, and that's how y'all know y'all not really friends. Yeah, you're just codependent on each other. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So, what do you think? Okay, so how do you think you should properly set boundaries in a friendship, or how do you think you can turn a meaningless friendship into one that actually means something, has healthy boundaries?
If you guys can be honest with each other and it's not too far gone, some friendships are just too far gone. Some friendships is like y'all done said so much about each other. Y'all done felt, you know what I'm saying, so many different negative feelings towards you. Y'all done talk shit about each other. Like, it's kind of just no need to kind of rebuild that. Because at that point, you just... Like, there's other people out here you can be friends with. They may be a better friend, but you're just trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Revive something.
Exactly. With some things you just need to be left alone. Yeah. Regardless. Because maybe they were just there for a lesson. And when you keep trying to bring somebody back into your life over and over and it just gets worse. Yeah. And I know that from personal experience. So, literally, like twice, I think. 2 different friendships where I just kept trying to bring it back to a point where we don't even talk anymore. So, it's best to just kind of leave it where it's at before y'all get to a point where y'all really don't fuck with each other at all. Like, some friends I have, like, if I see them, like, you know, it could really be a problem. Oh. Yeah.
Because it got that bad.
Because it got that bad to the point where it was just so much building up over the years that you finally had that one breaking point. Yeah. To where if y'all were just honest with each other and real with each other, just like, you know, you were doing a relationship, then it wouldn't have got to that point. Like, y'all could still be cordial. Like, I understand, like, we don't really mesh like that on certain things. So, but we've been friends for so long, there's no point of us to beef. But sometimes when it gets too far gone, it's like, it's just not that. Yeah.
So when you meet someone, how do you think you properly set those boundaries? Or do you just kind of go with the flow and see what happens, and then if you feel like you need to cut them off, you just stop?
Well, I haven't learned that yet, but I think if I had to guess, I think from the beginning, I'll be honest with you about stuff. Like, I will let you know, like, say you want me to go somewhere with you. Like, from the jump, I'm just going to always have my boundaries set and not allow you to cross them. Because if I let you cross them one time, you're going to kind of get comfortable with it. Yeah. But if I'm not the type of person where I want to be out all night, I'm not going to stay out all night with you. Or if I'm not the type of person where I want to keep hearing about your negative stuff, I'm going to let you know that up front the first time you come to me with it, so you don't think that that's the type of friendship that we have, where you just kind of dumping shit on me all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, just set them from the beginning where it doesn't have to be like, okay, 2 months in, now I have to set boundaries with you because I didn't do it the first day we met. Yeah. Which is why I ask a lot of people a lot of questions when I meet them. Like, I'm literally digging into your life. Like, what do you have going on? So I can know the type of person that you are, the type of friends that you expect. You know what I'm saying? The type of life that you live, so I can know that we don't need to be friends regardless. Yeah. Even if you cool, like, type of shit that you into, I'm just not. You know what I'm saying? You have to vet people. I realize that.
Yeah. I don't talk to people, though.
You don't. People have to talk to you. And that's how I do make my friends. I do talk a lot to people. But that's what gets me into trouble because I'm trying to be friends with anybody that's cool. And then, like, deep down inside, like, they put on a really good front. Yeah. You know, church goer, all this stuff.
Church, amen. Church people low-key be...
Yes. Come on. Why you gotta do it? Bro, don't let me hop on this part.
Sometimes, I'm just saying, and I do not want nobody getting offended, but you might. Okay. But if it offends you, it might be you. Okay. Sometimes church people, not all times.
I'm not gonna say it all the time.
Are the most hypocritical, judgmental people.
No, that's real.
They are.
That's all facts. Like, I'm in a religion, I would definitely say that's facts.
Yeah. And it's hard to, because it's like they be wanting to be holy and sanctified, but living in sin.
Like, still. I feel like they want to do that, but I feel like it's so many rules and stuff like that when it comes to Christianity, they can't.
It's not that many.
They have 20 commandments. I'm just saying.
So look, the only thing with that is that, like, so for one, like, Christianity is very weird. It's jumbled up because people view Christianity as like this religion where you're supposed to be like this holier than thou. Yeah. When really, like, Christianity is a lifestyle more than it is religion. Yeah. It's an individual walk of faith. Right. So it's kind of the only thing that really like makes a difference is the believing that Jesus died on the cross, etc. Like, that's the part where faith comes in at. The Bible as a whole is just literally a book of like even what y'all talking about now, you can like look that up in the Bible and I guarantee it'll give you an answer. Even if you don't believe in the faith at all.
Yeah, just the Bible, yeah.
Yeah, you can just read the Bible and it'll literally give you facts on how to make your life better.
Yeah.
So I think maybe the people that are like that don't really understand the religion.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
At all.
They go
exactly. They go off of what the masses is saying rather than what it actually is. And that's how it is with spirituality as well. Everybody think like, oh, it would be light and the sun and the moon and they got moon bracelets and shit, and it's not like that. Like, cause there's light. Exactly, it's light and dark everywhere. Like you're gonna have, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you'll never be perfect. Like regardless of what religion you practice, you're still gonna have shortcomings somewhere. But I think people try to put on this facade, like because I'm Christian, because I'm spiritual, I'm like just this light and it's just amazing person, and it's just not that.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't fake the fuck. I don't. Like, I'm a bitch, and I'm gonna let everybody know that, and I don't care.
Yeah.
Because that's how I am. I'm not gonna try to put on the front like I'm this. Like, I'm a nice person, but I have negative things about me as well, and I don't need to fake that funk. And I think that's what some people do, which is what makes you not like them when you really get to know them.
Yeah.
Because you go to church and you're stop being petty. Because you go to church and all that stuff, then it automatically makes you feel like you are better than other people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it gives you a sense of entitlement.
Or because you got an altar in your house, which is for the spiritual people. They kind of
okay.
But
yeah, I don't know, but it's like it's kind of hard being friends with people like that too.
It is,
because like you said, they feel like they're up on this pedestal and that they know everything, and it's just like, girl or dude,
I haven't met a lot of, maybe because I don't. Like, I'm friends with guys, but not like close like that for a long time.
Yeah.
So I haven't met a lot of guys that were Christian and were like nasty. It's more so the girls, because girls
Yeah.
Believe it, we're not that nice sometimes. Like, we can be really nasty to other people. Like, men aren't really like that for the most part. For the most part. Yeah.
Yeah. But even really still, though, it's like they, like you said, they just feel like they better, or like they bring so much to the table. But it's like you feel like that, but it's like your life does not always reflect what you think that you are.
Never.
It doesn't always reflect what you think you are.
Not one time.
So it's like, how can you, like, how can you, you know what I'm saying? And even if you do bring that to the table to a friendship, it's like the other shit though doesn't align.
Yeah.
So it's like you can be spiritual or deep in the Bible or whatever.
Yeah. But
if you are not exercising that in the, I can't say the right way because it's the really right way, but like in the healthy way,
the best way possible, maybe.
Yeah. In a friendship and your life is still kind of fucked up.
Yeah. How
you think you better automatic off bat like that? How do you always consider yourself an asset? You see what I'm saying? And you can't even navigate, because everybody got shit with their own life, but you can't even properly navigate your shit.
Or even understand what you even have going on.
Right.
Some people don't even see what the fuck they have going on.
They can't even navigate how they got from A to Z. They just know these parts are the good parts. You see what I'm saying? And the rest of the shit just kind of is just there. And they don't know why. And it's like, when you friends with that type of person, you get sucked into that. And then you start to get the blame put on you a little bit because you're there and they don't know why this other shit is happening, or they expect you to help them navigate how they got to A to Z, help them figure out those pieces. Yeah. And it's not really your job.
It's not your job. But that's the codependency, I guess.
Right, because I've also been that type of friend where it's like I felt like I needed that help from another person because I feel like I didn't have that trust in myself to figure it out. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like that also creates an environment to where you have meaningless friendships because like you said, you're looking for that outside voice. They 2 cents because that trust and stuff in yourself that you do not have. But it's like, why would I trust you with that versus myself? Yeah. Why am I not putting that in your hands? You see what I'm saying?
I know, because I also become the people that I'm around. Mm-hmm. And I realize that about myself. And it could be astrology, don't get me started. But I recognize that I do, like, if I'm around people that drink, I'm probably going to drink. Even if I do like to drink, but not how I used to. I didn't, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I don't, and even when I was drinking like that, it's not something I really enjoy, because I don't really like the feeling of, like, waking up the next morning, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Even when I started smoking, I don't smoke no more, thank God, but it's not really something that I really wanted to do. It's people around me was doing. So I realized if I'm going to be impressionable, I have to be on people that make a good impression. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, I had to tell my sister that as well. Sorry, Sharon, if you're watching this, but, you know, whatever. Like, it's just the people that we're around, you kind of become those people.
Right. And
then you get offended when somebody's telling you, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're being this person. Like, when I first got with my boyfriend, like, why do you have to drink all the time? Like, why every occasion? Like, oh, let's get a bottle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like, well, that's just what I'm around. Like, that's just kind of what we do. Yeah. And even the friend that I was with, like, before I became friends with her, like, I didn't drink like that. Yeah. It got to a point where, like, every weekend we had a bottle. Like, every week, and we would down that motherfucker. Like, just two of us. Mm-hmm. And after I stopped being friends with her, like, I still like to go out because I'm a very social person. Like, I still like to be around people. Mm-hmm. But I don't now always have to be drunk because I'm not around that. Mm-hmm. Or I don't always have to feel like even... I'm not going to say that. But, yeah, like, I don't always have to... Like, so I have to be around people that are doing good things.
Yes. Because I recently was... I wouldn't even say a friend group, but a group of people that were friends outside of me. Mm-hmm. And all they did, I ain't gonna say that all they did, but most of the time, all they did was smoke and drink. I don't even smoke. You know, I don't even smoke like that.
Yeah, okay. We two would be two puffers and be like,
girl, smoke. But it would be like, that's all they used to do. Yeah. Now, I turned it down a lot because I would go through periods for months where I just wouldn't smoke, or be like, I'd stop at the beginning of the year and won't smoke to my birthday. Yeah. So.
Yeah, you have these goals. One thing about Brie, if she have a goal, she's going to meet that goal. She means that I've never seen somebody so consistent. So I'm not going to do this for my birthday. And it really won't happen until her birthday.
Yeah, because you gotta trust like when you set a boundary for yourself, I feel like you have to meet it. Because if you don't, you're going to create that mistrust within yourself that you're not going to finish what you said. You know what I'm saying?
And that's my problem.
So then it's like, if you can't trust yourself, how you think it's going to be easier for you to trust other people? Yeah. But... yeah, they would just smoke and drink all the time, and it was like we were going on a cabin trip, and before we even went, I had already paid. Girl, that's why I ain't got friends now, girl.
That's why one of my friends is going. It's the cabins. The cabins is like
Don't
Miami.
Don't go.
The cabins
Don't go to the
cabins.
It's
like Miami. It's ruining the friendships.
Girl, I gotta tell you, and I don't camera, but girl. So. Before we went, I had already paid my deposit. I'm like, damn, now I gotta go. But it was like, I was sitting there and I'm like, damn, like I kind of need to start like moving in a different direction. Yeah. And it was just like, damn, I gotta stop hanging around them. Yeah. But it was hard because I was comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
How long y'all friends?
The girl that it was like pretty much brought everybody together since college, my freshman year of college. I knew her. So I was 19 to 23. So it was just, but it was mostly her people though. Like I didn't have no relationship. If I wasn't there, I ain't talk to them.
Have you ever had a friend where they will have like all of these friends in the world? I mean, just like 50 million thousand. They will have so many friends. Yeah. And the moment that you had a friend or you brought an outside friend. Them. Yeah. They don't like you. Yeah. Okay, they don't like it. Yeah. They don't like it. Like, they feel like you're being fake or
they treat your friend weird.
Which all of a sudden, I don't like your friend. You didn't know my friend, but I don't like her. Yeah. I'm like, you don't know her. Mm-hmm. I hate people like that. Like, and maybe because, like I said, I'm just extra friendly. Mm-hmm. Like, if somebody gives me a wrong, like, a first impression, I won't talk to you no more. But I just don't see the reason to... try to control what your friends are doing. That's what it's just like kind of controlling. Yeah. And like I've had a friend where she, like I said, she literally had so many friends, and I had no problem hanging out with her friends, going on trips with her little friends, all types of stuff. Like I'll be cordial with them. Like, mind you, they didn't support nothing that she did. They didn't care about nothing that she did. But because we were friends for like 8-7 years, you know. But the moment that I got new friends, it was even though she was right about them in the end. well, one of them, she was like, oh, no, I'm like, she's the devil. She's this. She got this. She got that. I'm like, you don't even know her. Mm-hmm. But just because it's somebody different other than you, because you're so used to me being like this with you, and we navigating through all your friends together, the moment that I have my friends, it's a problem. Yeah. And I can't do that, which is why I feel like now I don't want a friend where it's like we're like this. Because I've always had that and they've always clashed. Yeah. Anytime I've got other friends, or my last friendship when I got a boyfriend, it clashed because we were so used to being like that.
It's almost them like you're in a relationship with them, and it's like cheating.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly what it is. Yeah. And I just don't have time for that. Yeah. Because I am not a clingy person. Like I realize I love people, but I don't like to be on people like that all the time. I like to be able to be free, do what I want, and anytime somebody's trying to restrict me of doing what I want, like I'm probably gonna like start to like back off a little bit, act a little different. I might start lying. I might start being, you know what I'm saying, sneaky and stuff like that. And I don't want to put myself in that situation anymore. So I have to watch, you know, who I'm putting myself around, and I have to watch myself. I have to be responsible for that. But yeah.
So I hope y'all enjoyed this episode, and we will see y'all next time.
All right. So is this